Welcome to DC Digital Learning. Myself Suguna SN. Now I am discussing session 37 of organizational behavior on the topic meaning of small group, characteristics and functions. Let us start with the meaning of a small group here. A small group is generally defined as a group that consists of at least 3 members and maximum around 12 to 15 members. Then it is called as a small group. So if it is group members are the individuals below 15 or below 12, and minimum will be at least will be 2 or more, like 2 or 3 members. So if the individuals join together and if they are going to frame a group, then it is called a small group. Small group means the individuals must be minimum 3 and maximum up to 12 to 15. It should be there. Then the small groups come to a formation for the fulfillment of needs like a security, companionship, like a belongingness, the friendships, like that, etc. It is based on the personal or professional purposes of the individuals. So based on those intentions or the purposes, they're going to frame into groups. So every group intention must be either go with the professional fulfillment of the performances or the informal for purposes like having a friendship or the relationship with them, with the individuals for the longer period of time, for sharing information or the feelings, whatever it may be the intentions. So they're going to join, they're going to have like a bondingness together, for they're going to feel secure themselves if they are in the groups. So this is the main intention of joining individuals into a group. So yes, small group means the minimum members of a group should be minimum 3 and maximum 12 to 15. Then it is said to be a small group. Come to one characteristics of a small group. So it is an association. Association nothing but a group of members. So of course, if it is a minimum 3, it is nothing but association or the group of members of limited number of persons willing to have frequently. There will be like a face-to-face interactions and for a fixed span of time. So routinely or continuously they're going to have interactions themselves. That to face-to-face or direct interactions will be there in these small groups. This is the first one. And second one, members having like-minded approach and the intentions here. So in the starting sessions also I was telling that, so for framing or for joining into a group, there must be a like-minded, the mindset of the individuals must be matched. Then only we can join with those groups and we can have the longer existence in that particular groups. If the mindset or the like-mindedness or that approach, if it is not there, means we can't be survive in that particular groups. So this is the second point. So members must have like-minded approach and the intentions to be there or exist in that particular groups. Next one, group members being mutually aware of their memberships of the group for the accepted moves and the group norms here. So here who are going to join with a group, either in a small or a larger group, they must know why they are in that particular group. So they must and even know what are the group norms which are set it for that particular group to be exist, and what is the intention of that existence of that particular group, and what are the accepted moves here nothing but the behaviors must be behaved in this particular groups. It must be known mutually or maturely. It has to be known to every individuals in a particular group. And the next one, free-flowing both the ways communication without injuring the feelings of others and also recognizing the group sanity. So this is very again important here. There must be a free-flowing flow of communication must be like freely. It has to be happen between or among the members in the group. If it is communication is not moving or not going in a right way or a right direction, it leads to loss of personal conflicts and the misunderstanding, which may lead and which may going to have the impact on the group performance. So, and here all the members in the groups, they must know that they should not injure, nothing but hurt the feelings of other members. This is the main thing. Every individual, not only in a group, every individual must be know. So we have to be act empathically in the groups. So we should understand the other mindsets, other feelings also. Then we have to react. After that only we have to react and behave with that particular with that particular individuals. So this is very important in working in a groups, either in a small or a larger groups. So these are the characteristics of a small group. Let us see next one, that is functions of small groups. So what are the main functions or the activities of individuals they're going to do in a group? So after forming of a group, what the functions they're going to take up from the groups? So here I have taken three main functions. That is the first one, task related, their assignment related work. So here they are going to take the initiative, so information seeking, information giving, clarifying the doubts and summarizing it, and consisting the testing, consists of testing and implementing all those. And when it comes to after task maintenance of the particular status level, so in that there will be encouraging and expressing of the group feelings, compromising and the setting of the standards. So after all this maintenance, it comes to personal, that is self-understanding and interpersonal understandings, active listening, managing the conflicts along with the recognitions. So we will see one by one what are the other functions of a small groups, one based on the task maintenance and the personal functions. First I have taken here the task related functions. So these functions help to keep the group focused and directed towards the achieving its goal. So as I said, first individual, they must know what is the purpose of framing of this group, why the group is there, what is for. So it has to be like what are the goals you have to achieve and what is the group is focusing on that. So you have to go in that directed ways to achieving the goals. So in that you have to take the first initiations. So initiating activities, should be there voluntarily. No one will force you to go with and do that work. So it is your responsibility, it left to your creativity and competency that you must you must be initiative and come forward to take up some of the actions and task related activities. The examples, like by suggesting what are the opinions and what are the procedure which we can go, it will help our reaching of goals fastly the effectively like that. And what are the flow charts, the processes we can use it here. So and what are the brains you can even suggest for the brainstorming sessions or the discussions like that. So here every individual in the particular group, they have to show their initiativeness for sharing their ideas and the information. So no one will going to hide their ideas. If you are hiding, means you are not showing your talents itself, then you will never get a recognition of the status individually. So that's why you must be initiative enough and you have to show enthusiasm towards the task or the performances. So this is the first one. Second one, that is information or the opinion seeking. Seeking here nothing but you have to expecting you are going to observe that. So here rather than giving, rather than telling, you have to listen, you have to ask what are other individuals' information or the opinion, what are their ideas. So this is very important here. So this is the act of asking for facts, relevant information, suggestions, or the ideas about the group concern. So opinion seeking nothing but you are expecting as an individual, you must expect that, and you have to wait that what others will going to tell, what they're going to share with you, and what are their ideas, suggestions, and what are the data or information they're going to give. So by observing and by listening that, then after you have to go with giving of information or the opinions. So this you going to offer nothing but by initiativeness of yourself. You are going to give, this is what I feel, this is what my opinion, so on behalf of me I'm going to tell this. So like that you have to give your own facts, beliefs, opinions and the ideas. This is also very important. So that shows your attitude and that shows your talent also. So this will be like, if you're giving your opinion or if you're sharing your information, that shows, then only you will get your recognition then and there itself. So opinion seeking and opinion giving is most important by every individual in the group. So after that, clarifying or elaborating. So here, after giving and taking of information or sharing of information, if there is any doubts, if there is any confusions, if it is any dilemmas, you have to clarify and elaborate it. So if it is if you are told something else, if others has the doubt on that, in the sense you have to elaborate, nothing but describe it. You have to make them to understand, this is what my concern, this is what in the way I have told, like that. So you have to clarify. This is your even responsibility also, by asking clarification and the giving clarification. This is again important to every individuals. So after that, you have to summarizing. So this is an act of pulling together related ideas, restating suggestions after they have been fully discussed or successfully discussed, and you are offering a decision or a conclusion for the group to accept or reject. So after giving of information, by taking initiativeness and by offering information, and after clarifying all the doubts, elaborating, you must summarize it. So you have to make them to understand, this is what my concern, what is this is what my ideas which going to talks about. You have to make them to understand, and you have to give lastly your conclusion or the decision, final decision. This is what I am going to give. So that decision or the conclusion, it may be accepted or rejected. That will be a next step. But by giving your conclusion is also very important to every respective individual in the group. So after summarizing, you have to implement. Here all the individuals, they're going to give their opinions, ideas, and lot of information will be there. So after all collection or pooling of information or the conclusions, you have to see which is the best decision among alternative decisions or the conclusions which we have drawn in the group after having a brainstorming or the discussion, group discussion sessions. So what is the best solution you have to go with? So that solution or the decision, it may be related to any individual, but that decision or conclusion must be advantageous or benefitable to the group task or the achieving of the group targets. So this is very important. So this is about a task. Before what we are discussed, this is about the task related or the activities, group activities related functions. Now we go with the maintenance related functions. This is the second function of small groups. So these functions help group members to stay involved and ensure that everyone is able to contribute their maximum potentials. So here every individual potentialities or competencies are judged here. So for that, what you have to do here, so by that encouraging, first one is encouraging. Encouragement simply means being responsive or responsive to others, giving them an opportunity for recognition and consciously helping themselves. So rather than dominating or hurting to other feelings and injuring the other feelings also, we have to wait and we have to encourage others also for their responses or their decisions or conclusions. So we have to give an opportunity for their individual recognition also. We should not always be in a dominating situation at the positions. We must even encourage our subordinates also to grow. So this is the first thing every individuals must know and learn in the groups itself. So second one, expressing group feelings. So this refers to picking up or sensing the mood of the group to appropriate times and disclosing feelings and reactions to the other group members. So after all this, so you have to set a common interest of all the members in the group. So this maintenance of a common interest is very, very essential to any type of a group. So you have to express, this is what group decision, this is what group feels. So this is how we have to be work together, bonding together. We have to be in a unity. Otherwise, we can't achieve the goals or the task targets. So that's why the expressing of the group feelings as togetherness, it's very important here. And next one, compromising. So this is again important, that if you are to see when there is an undesirable, like any other, like depressed in their opinions or depression in their feelings, you have to be compromise them, or you have to tell them to understand, and you have to see with a group intention. So not here every individual's prestigious or the position are not important. Here we have to see as a group. So that's why you have to make them to compromise and adjust, go with the group. So you have to go with the flow as like that. We have to go with the group activities or the group opinions. This is very important. So this demands persons who offers for the compromises. So you have to make as a leader or the team leader, and not only a team leader, even others also have to take initiative of compromising others if they have felt any bad about if they come up with any undesirable opinions or the feelings like that. You have to make them to compromise, and you have to say that we have to go with a group, not only by individuals like that. So after compromising, we have to set the standards. This is the function of imposing and insisting on the standards of the actions of the group. So we have to tell them this is what the standard, that is what group norms we can say. So these are the guidelines, are the directions, so through which we have to flow and go. So this is you have to make that these are the standard basic do's and don'ts you have to follow at any cost. So without group norms or setting the standards, it's impossible to maintain the different individuals, different types of individuals in a group. So this helps you to predict and control the huge behaviors of every individuals in the groups. So this is about the second, that is maintenance functions. So next we'll go with the third one, is the personal functions of a group. This is very important here. So after understanding with the personal functions of every individual's, other task related and the maintenance related functions will be well performed or accurately performed, we can say. So in that first one, self-understanding. So self-understanding, nothing but capacity to see own behavior, actions and the reactions in the group. So we must understand ourselves first, how we are there. So how we have behaving and we are acting in a group. So whether it is well in our behavior, or whether we have to correct ourselves, what are the mistakes which I have done. So we have to overcome all those mistakes, and we have to go with, so what are the corrections I can make and how I can improvise my behavior. So the undesirable behavior should not be repeat further in the future time. So you have to understand why you are here. So what is the chance or opportunity which is given to you. You have to must focus on that rather than your personal target or personal thoughts like that. So you must neglect, and you have to concentrate on your own capacity and competencies, and you have to see what are the ways which I can help for the group to be in a first position in the other groups of the organization. So this is what the contribution everyone they can give only after self-understanding by themselves. Second one is interpersonal understanding. For behaving or for going with a group, or for after joining a group, so it is not only important that understanding yourself. You must know that what are the others also like a feeling about me, about myself or my behavior. You have to understand their opinions also, all your subordinate members or the co-members of your group also. So this is the ability to understand the other person's point of view and leads not only to much greater tolerance. So this is what we can say empathically. So you must see others' point of view. So how they're going to feel in that my position. So and tolerance also, which matters here. So we have to neglect some other things which it is not related to us. So we just only concentrate on the group activities and the functions. So next one is the active listener. So every individual, so if they want to be a best speaker, you must be a best listener too. So you have to like listen with the others' opinion, other ideas. So then only most of the problems, and after listening only you can solve most of the problems. 90% we can say we can solve it easily. So it involves both listening and making a conscious attempt to understand others' point of views. So what they are telling, in what sense they are telling. So whether I'm understanding in a right way, or what we can say that encoding in a right way or not. So this is very important. It is possible for understanding only after clearly accurately if you listen with that person. So listening is a most wanted skill by every individual for joining or being a active member in a group. So after active listening, the next function is recognition. By recognizing and acknowledging all the actions which help the group to function well and achieve its aims, you must identify yourself firstly, why you are here, and what are the best which you are going to give to the group contribution. And you have to like if you are performing well, so definitely the group will going to recognize you also. So you have to say only for the achieving of the group activities. So this will be consolidating and improving the capacity or capabilities of the group itself. It shows every individual's recognition and responsibilities by understanding the responsibilities, which helps to enhance the capabilities of particular group. The capacity, the capability or ability of a group, it depends on the every individuals in that group. So that's why every individual must be recognized, identify themselves, and show their talents or they have to put their efforts or the performances for the achieving of the group task. So this is about different functions which we have seen. That is task related function, that is taking initiative, asking the information and giving the information. If it is any doubts, clarify it. After clarifying, you come to a conclusion. So after that you have to test or implement it. So after you are testing or coming with any corrections, you have to go with the implementing of that decision and the activities and the performances. After that you have to see even the maintenance by encouraging others in your group and making them to compromise with some of the issues or the things. And after that you have to express your group feelings that we are in a group, we should go with the group flow. So that you have to express what is the group feeling, so how the individuals are majoritarily responding to the group activities, you have to tell that. And after that you have to fix with the group norms. This is must be there for the like acceptable behaviors by the every individuals. After that you have to see the what are the personal functions. Every individuals must concentrate, even focus on this also, by self-understanding, understanding themselves firstly, and even not only understanding themselves, they have to understand even other members of the group also, for the like a belongingness or the easy flow of the group activities. Along with that you have to be a must active listener. So for a very good speaker you must be a firstly very good listener. So listening skills plays a major role for the conflict solving and resolving of the various issues in the group. So after that you have to manage any those misunderstandings and the conflicts which arises in that particular group. So after that there will be a high recognition of the identity which going to provided or given to that particular group, and the group capabilities are the competency which is mainly depend on the every individuals of the groups. So these are the main functions of a small group. Hope you all understood. Thank you.